a 3-game winning streak. The Celtics winning 3 of the last 4 here at home. Actually, that's a little bit of a difference as they win the tap and they get it to Brown because they won Monday night at Hartford, their second home, defeating Indiana 126-101. Brown against Douglas, looking down inside to Parish. Parish off the post, trying to back down on Cycli a bit. 9 to shoot on the shot clock. Here he starts the move, and now the Heat are caught in an illegal defense. So a quick call made on the Miami Heat as Parish really kind of froze the defense there. And it's going to be Sherman Douglas that was edging into the no man's land and got caught for it by the referee, this time Hugh Hollins. Race 24 on the shot clock for Boston. Larry Bird guarded by Long, 3-point distance right side. Long trying to get some room. Dumps it down inside to Parish. Parish makes the jump hook off the baseline, no good. Rice with a rebound. He averages 5. He's got his first one. Douglas long down court pass goes to Cycli. He feeds it to Long, and Long running the floor, jams it, and the Heat are leading 2-0.
Impressive way to start, and another nice pass by Ronnie Cycli, who's doing other things besides scoring.
Brian Shaw, their normal point guard, turned an ankle against Portland here on Sunday. He's replaced by D. Brown, the rookie from Jacksonville, as Lewis with a turnaround jumper over Rice. Cycli trying to outbattle Parish. Parish, the 7-footer, wins. Has it knocked out of his hands, and there's a run to the basketball, and Burton wins. Ahead to Douglas. Douglas down inside, goes to Cycli, tries to hook it up. It's around, no good. A tap up inside by Cycli wouldn't go, and Bird secures the rebound. Ahead to Brown. The Heat leading 2-0. 10:45 left to play, first quarter. Bird back to Brown, right side. D likes to give and go inside, as do all of the Celtics. He gives it inside, a turnaround jumper by Gamble. Air ball rebound by Lewis, puts it up and scores.
Well, that's where Miami's got to pay close attention to detail. Box out, get those defensive rebounds, because they've forced the Celts into 3 bad shots so far.
Burton swings to Long, right-hand wing, they go to Rice. Top of the key to Burton. Burton tries to square and shoot. He'll shoot it over Gamble with a block. Gamble knocks it down. Comes off to Reggie Lewis. Celtics are on the run. Lewis to the top of the key, off to Bird. Here comes a 3. Got it. Larry Bird, 20 of his last 33 three-pointers have been good.
Veteran Bird watchers say if he can catch and shoot, that means the back pain has disappeared, and I guess that's the case.
So the Heat falling down now with a score of 5-2. Have it outside Rice. Alley-oop on a lock and lob inside to Long. He beats Bird inside with a pass to Cycli, who hooks it up and no good. Bird with a rebound. Outlet pass to Gamble. Gamble on the right wing, hands it back to Bird. He's got another three-pointer, but passed it this time to Gamble. Gamble down inside to Lewis. Backdoor cut, hooks it in. 7-2, and Dave Wall is going to call a quick timeout. An NBA game as a statistician, and that's not easy to do, living in Hartford and having to drive a lot of miles. To watch the Celtics, he informs us Bird 7 for 23 and threes before the last 2 games as Douglas takes it down the right side of the lane. Brown tries to stop him. Douglas scores, and Brown draws a foul.
Well, there's a look at your game winner from last night. Sherman Douglas even beating the very quick D. Brown off the dribble. Don't shake your head, D. Not many folks have been able to stop Sherman Douglas going to the goal.
Certainly the Clippers couldn't, as he got the winner with 11.9 seconds to go last night. And then, of course, the steal initiated by Rice, and the jam gave them the 3-point win as Douglas completes a 3-point play. With that, Miami back in the game, down by 2, 7-5. By the way, Douglas, 8 out of the last 12 games, he has scored 20 points or more, including 27 in the win last night. Bird against Long, 3-point distance on the right side, looking for a screen from Parish. Cycli checks off, they get it into Parish, knocked away by Cycli, stolen by Burton. Burton back the other way to Douglas, in a crowd, lays it up, it's good! Douglas with a running one-hander. Got a little bump on his way to the hoop, but ties it at 7.
Grant Long made that happen. Excellent defense on the pick and roll. He was very physical with Parish, didn't let him get past him.
3 minutes gone here in this opening period from the Garden in Boston tonight as Bird trying to get room on Long. He forces one up, and Long is going to draw a personal foul, and you can see the contact coming there. Just a matter of time. The Bird forced it up and got the foul. He now pleads his case to Hugh Hollins for a foul a little earlier there as Bird to the line to shoot 2.
That is Miami's game plan, though. Put as much pressure on the basketball, on the perimeter as they can. Make guys like Bird put it on the floor and try to beat you that way.
Larry Bird, one of 15 players in the NBA to score over 20,000 points. He puts in the free throw up, but it doesn't go, and he has one more coming. An 89% foul shooter will get one of only 2 here. So the Heat falling down with a score of 8-7, bring it ahead to Burton on the left wing. To the top of the key to Cycli. On the right side to Rice. Rice squared for a 3. It drew Lewis out, and Rice takes it to the basket, puts it up, no good. A follow-up slammed up by Cycli. They battle for it. Cycli has it knocked out of his hands on the floor, picked up by Gamble. Gamble back the other way. He takes it in the lane, off the Bird. Inside, he's going to be fouled from behind. Burton thought he had a jump. Burton draws his first foul, and Dee Brown will go to the line, making only his second start as a Boston Celtic point guard, and he'll shoot 2 for the Celtics at the Garden.
You know, Dee Brown, as you well know, Sam, having covered him at Jacksonville, explosive athlete. He played the small forward spot for most of his career at Jacksonville, making a very nice transition to the point. Matter of fact, in his first start against Indiana, hit 10 of his 13 shots left open because people were doubling down on the Celtic big people.
Dee Brown knocks in the free throw, makes it 9-7, make it 10-7 as he puts both free throws home. Boston putting a little half-court pressure on, and Long will bring it ahead against Bird, playing a little point forward here tonight as the Heat trail by 3. Boston with a 5-point lead early on. Here's Rice on the right side. He tries for a 3-point goal. It's no good, and Long down the lane for a rebound. Goes up over Bird's back, and unfortunately for Grant Long, that's a second quick personal foul here. So Boston with 8:20 to play in the first quarter, leading here by the score of 10-7. And again, Ron Rothstein suffering from the flu. Dave Wall handling the reins once again here tonight at the Garden.
And an early problem with Long picking up his second at this point in time.
Out at the top of the key, gives it off to Bird against Long again. He's going to try to work on him for that third. He goes back toward a Brown, a block by Sackley. It's going to come off of Brown out of bounds. No, that's Sackley the last to touch.
Boy, I hope Long can stay out of foul trouble. What a treat it is to watch him dig in and play Larry Bird. You know that's the ultimate challenge for a player like Grant Long.
Neither ball club starting off to too good a start. The Heat only 3 for 9, and the Celtics now 3 for 7. Campbell fires on the right side and misses. Ball is knocked down by Long, right to Rice, and he hands it off to Douglas. Douglas back the other way for the Heat, again down by 3, 10-7 against Brown. Gets the screen by Long. It's Douglas to the foul line, and Sherman Douglas, boy, he's been electrified as he recoups here tonight at the Boston Garden and draws the Heat within a point. That, by the way, his 7th of the night. Outside of a field goal by Long, he's got them all. Down inside, Parish off the post, ball away jumper, no, rebound Rice. Tips it out to Long, he gets it over to Douglas. Douglas with a down court pass to Burton. Burton inside the 3-point line, feeds top of the key to Long. Back to Burton. Burton's got an open 18-footer, now stutter steps, tries to drive, and Gamble holds him and fouls. First personal foul call on Gamble. 7:26 to play here in the first quarter. Ball out of bounds to Miami.
I like the way Miami's defensive rebounding here at the start, forcing some bad shots, not giving the Celtics too many second chances.
Inbound Douglas. Again Brown trying to stop him on the outside. The slam dunk champion. He won't, and Douglas beats him down the lane, and Douglas with 9 points has given Miami a 1-point lead. Oh, what a quick step by Douglas tonight. He looks for help as Brown brings it ahead on him. To the left side to Gamble. Down inside Bird, guarded by Long. He's going to try to back him down and draw that third foul. Here it comes. They double team. Out to Brown. Top of the key. Jumper's on its way. Got it. And the Heat paid the price of doubling down on Bird as Brown cans his first field goal of the night after making 1 or 2 free throws.
You play the point spot in Boston. You have got to be able to hit that shot.
Long down inside on Bird. He stutter steps him and takes it to the glass and lays it in over Bird, and the Heat are back up by a point.
Not a bad plan B, going along, posting up Bird.
That ball will get us a timeout on the playing floor here at the parquet at Boston. Here's a cross-court pass from Brown. They get it back out to Bird from 20. The push good. Larry Bird, probably one of the hardest workers at his shot. He comes out here about 5 o'clock, spends about an hour and a half, and then goes to the dressing room and waits for game time. Douglas down the inside of the lane, off to Sackley in a crowd. Oh, he got a bump from Bird, but no foul. Sackley back for the rebound, jams it, and he's fouled by Parish. Parish with a foul, score the bet. One for an endorsement from Diet Coke. He is sucking those things down last night and again here tonight at the Garden. It's Sackley with a foul shot up and good. So Sackley completes the 3-point play. The Heat up by 2. 16-14 at the Garden. 6:15 to go here in this first quarter as Brown brings it ahead for the Celtics. Backing down on Douglas to the top of the key. Looks deep right-hand corner to Bird. Pumps it down inside to Lewis. 1-on-1 on Rice. He turns him baseline right. Jumper's up. No good, but he's fouled by Glen Rice. 4th team foul of the ball game called on Miami, and Reggie Lewis, quite a story in itself. Homegrown right here at Northeastern University here in Boston. Bided his time, got an opportunity to play on the injury to Bird, and the rest is history, averaging 18 a game.
And Glen Rice a little bit used to posting up people, but not playing post defense. He'll have to get used to it because Lewis, very good back to the basket player.
And he's got to knock in both free throws. This, by the way, is an 83% foul shooting ball club, and they've come back to tie it at 16. Under 6 minutes to go as Douglas brings it ahead. Looks to the right side. It's got Rice. He gets open for a 20-footer. It's on its way, and he drills it. That time they had switched off with Parish outside, and that was no contest.
Boy, offense in the half court coming surprisingly easy to the Heat here in this first quarter.
Gamble dumps it down inside to Parish. He's backing down on Sackley. There's that fall away that Chiefs lived on all these many years in his 15th year, and he scores with a turnaround. Fourth tie of the game early on, 18 apiece. Long to the top of the key. Left-hand side to Burton. Burton down inside to Cycli. He'll try to make the move on Cheap. To the baseline. A little lean in, no good. Bird with a rebound for Boston. He starts the run into the forecourt. Looks for help. Feeds it off to Lewis. Lewis spins inside of Rice. Just right side of the foul line. It's no good. And down the lane is Burton with a rebound. To Douglas. 18 all ties. Douglas pushes hard. Forecourt right side to Long. He shows and goes on Bird in the lane. Throws it up one-hander, no good. Cycli knocks down the rebound. It's going to be out of bounds off of the Heat. So the ball out of bounds to Boston as they'll get it in a hurry. And D. Brown will bring it ahead. Kevin McHale, everybody's leading candidate for the 6th man of the year, will come off the bench for Boston in a moment. Right side with the ball, Brown. Got a little pick and roll as they got Bird down inside on Douglas. They don't use it. Now they go back into him again. 10 on the shot clock. Bird gets up, gets it back out to Brown. Brown dives to lane, gives it off to Parish. Tries to shoot, and he does with a dunk. Cycli had to come over and shut off the drive on Brown, and it let Parish open for the dunk shot. 4:38 to play in the quarter. Here is Douglas. He drives to the baseline, pulls up for an 18-footer, and I tell you what, I don't think I've seen Sherman much better than he is tonight, opening up a ball game to tie it at 20 apiece. Outside of the ball, Gamble. Gamble gets a screen from Bird. Burton really trying to fight over it, and now whistling a foul. They're going to call a foul on Burton. On Willie, that'll be his second personal foul. The Heat over the limit now, so that'll mean it'll be foul shot time here for Boston the rest of the way in the quarter with 4:19 to go. And apparently Gamble's going to come out because McHale is not coming in as of yet as Gamble shoots 2.
Alec Kessler in for Grant Long, who sits with the 2 fouls. Dave Wohl said he wanted to get the second unit in the first quarter. He realized Cycli and Rice played 42 minutes last night. Douglas 39. All 3 of them played all 12 minutes of the fourth quarter. So the bench has to play a big role tonight for the Heat.
Gamble hits one of the 2 free throws, gives Boston the 1-point lead. Make it still 1 as the foul shot's no good, and Kessler's there with a rebound. So Miami down 21-20 as Douglas brings it ahead for the Heat. Still guarded by Brown. Top of the key, slightly to the right. It's Burton. Jumper 18 in and out, no good. Lewis with a rebound. Out it comes to Brown. The speedster out of Jacksonville. Into the forecourt. Looks down inside to Parish. Cutting across the lane is Gamble. Now they go down to Parish. 1-on-1 on Cycli. No double team yet. Now Parish into the lane. Left-handed hook up and good. Parish with 6 points. And a 3-point lead by the Celtics. 23-20. 3:48 to go. First quarter. Douglas backing down left side. On Brown. Uses a screen by Kessler. Runs into a double team from Bird. Throws up the one-hitter, no good. Cycli taps the ball. Douglas gets it in the open court. He takes it inside, lays it up, and scores. He's got 13 points in the period already.
6 of 8 shooting.
Bird, right side, 3-pointer, no good. Tap up underneath by Gamble, good. So Bird misses, and Gamble slips in to give the Celtics a 3-point lead again. Edwards, one of the heroes of the win last night, will come off of Dave Wohl's bench in a moment as Burton tries to feed it to Cycli. Over the top for a steal is Parish, and back comes Boston. Right side to Bird. Another 3's on its way. This one also is no good. Rebound comes out to Cycli, and ahead they give it to Douglas. Douglas crosses the timeline. 3:03 to play. He falls down in front of Brown. The steal is made by Parish, and Cycli, realizing the dramatics of a possible 3 on nobody, took a foul in the backcourt, and it'll be at the line with Parish shooting 2. But it'll come, as a matter of fact, just a second away from a timeout as there's still 3 minutes to go. They have not taken it yet and won't until after the ball goes back into play. And now the Heat are going to go ahead and take it. Boston. Parish at the line for 2 foul shots, and the Chief, who started off slowly, now has 7 points as he hits the free throw.
A major accomplishment for yourself, though, nonetheless. Have you ever had a miss in 12 years?
No, I haven't. They came close in Chicago twice, as you well know. Parish with another foul shot, good. The Boston Celtics go up by the score of 27-22. 2:53 left to play here in the first quarter. Douglas, right side, goes to Rice. A 3-pointer. He got it! Rice hits a 3-pointer off the right-hand wing. That's 5 points for the night, and it's 27-25. As into the forecourt with the ball comes off to Brown. Brown near the top of the key. We are playing our 3-point payoff tonight. We'll give you a winner on Rice's 3-pointer in a moment. Bird out beyond the 3-point line. Dumps it down into Parish. 1-on-1 on Rice. He tries to back him. Oh, he hooked him all the way and took him inside. Got away with one there for his 10th point of the game, and it's 29-25 Boston.
Boy, he's so good at spinning, Sam, but it's always to his right. No matter where Parish is, the spin is going to come to his right hand.
Douglas outside of the ball, looking on the right side to Rice. He's covered well. They go back door to Rice. Inside on Bird. He falls back after getting the loose ball. It's rebounded off by Parish on the miss, and ahead to Brown. Brown into the forecourt beyond the 3-point line. Looking right, Edwards, by the way, is checked in and is guarding Lewis on the right side. He has replaced Long in the lineup, and Thompson has also come in. Here is Bird backing down on Rice. He tries to get him up, but doesn't. Goes to Brown, down the lane, driving layup good. D. Brown with an acceleration stat gives the Celtics a 6-point lead, their widest of the game.
Bird's so good. I mean, he'll keep that dribble going until he draws the defenders to him and then find the open man.
Thompson on the outside, 18-footer, no good, and Brown with a rebound. Brown turns it back for Boston, a minute 30 to play in the first quarter. Bird right side, fakes the three. Comes inside, looking to dish it off to McHale. Finally goes to Brown, deep left-hand corner. 13 on the shot clock, up underneath the Parish. Parish turns, slams up. And Parish, having a free rein inside, gives the Celtics an 8-point lead. That, by the way, is his 12th point of this first quarter. 33-25 Boston. Back the other way with the ball, Douglas. Douglas takes it in, a running one-hander off the glass. Oh, good soft touch by Douglas. He banks it in for his 15th point of the game. Wow, he's 7 for 9 as a long down-court pass intercepted by Thompson. Back it comes to Douglas. He gives it off to Rice, and he tries another three. In and out, no good. Bird with a tip, gets it off to Lewis. Ahead to Brown. Brown at the right side. Goes long cross court to Bird. He's got a three in his sights, but Rice runs at him. He feeds it inside to Lewis, and Lewis lays it in nicely.
See, the Heat are doing a pretty good job defending Bird on the ball. But he's so savvy. As the defense hones in on him, he finds others.
Into the forecourt, Douglas with it. We have only 33 seconds to go in the period as Edwards worked on by Lewis. He takes him baseline left, spins inside, feeds it out. Brown alertly knocks it down for a steal. He beats Douglas to the basket, lays it up, no good. Douglas with a rebound, and with 22 seconds, the Heat will have the ball and the shot clock off.
And that was sensational defense on Kevin Edwards, turned in by Reggie Lewis. He forced that turnover.
Into the forecourt, Douglas. Douglas dribbling it down. 9 seconds left to go here in the quarter as Douglas works one-on-one on Brown. McHale edging over, and now they get caught for an illegal defense. So the zone call here on the Boston Celtics comes with only 4.9 seconds to go. The Heat will have the automatic technical foul here called on Boston. Anytime you have an illegal defense in the final 24 seconds of the period, it's an automatic technical foul, and the ball will be at the line for the Heat. By the way, back to our three-point payoff tonight. Alicia Olivi has been our winner from Miami of a $50 gift certificates from Public Supermarket. The three-point goal made by Rice just a moment ago. At the line, Glen Rice will shoot the technical foul shot here, and the Heat will also have the ball out of bounds with 4.9 seconds to go in the quarter. And he's going to knock it in, and that is a rarity for Miami, making a technical foul shot. They don't make many. 35-28, 7-point lead. And the Heat will have the ball out of bounds. He's into the ball game on a 10-day contract is Charles Smith out of Georgetown, waived by this ball club back on December the 5th, and just signed on the 4th of the month here.
Dave pops into the injured list to make room for him.
Rice inbounds Edwards, top of the key, gets around Lewis. Lewis knocks it away. Thompson inside. They're not going to get a shot away as they fumble it out of bounds as the horn goes off. So the Heat trying to get a shot. Burton and Cycli. They go inside to Cycli to the Heat starting the period. Backdoor cut by Billy Thompson, and as he drives to the hoop, he's fouled. And Jack Neves will make the call as he comes across the way, and they'll call it down inside. It'll be on Charles Smith. First personal foul on Charles, the first team foul on the Celtics in the period. Out of bounds Miami. They're down by 7. Widest lead by Boston was 8 points. Heat led by 2 was the widest lead they could enjoy in that first quarter. Out inside, Cycli. Trying to make the move on McHale. Here comes across the lane, no double team. Cycli throws the hook, it's no good. Lewis off for the rebound. Looked outlet to Charles Smith. He comes to midcourt. Charles to the foul line. Jumper head of the key by Bird. Around, no good. Cycli there with the rebound. Boy, he had to hesitate just a moment as the ball hung on the rim for a moment. Left side of the ball, Burton to the top of the key. Cycli. Back door, he just ricocheted that right off the face of Ed Pinckney. And back the other way, they go Charles Smith. Out inside to Lewis. His layup no good. Rebound Cycli. Knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. It'll belong to Miami. So the Heat staying status quo, down by 7 with almost a minute gone in the second period of the ball game as Chris Ford and his Boston Celtics having the lead by as many as 8. And Bimbo Coles works on Charles Smith now. Left side Edwards. He got wide open on Lewis. Jumper from 20 is up and good, and it looks like he's picked up right where he left off last night with a fine shooting night of 9 for 14. 21 off the bench, certainly instrumental in the three-point win over the Clippers. Smith working on Coles behind a McHale screen. Gives it off to Bird. Oh, he squares up, and that's like shooting fish in a barrel for him as he knocks out his 9th point of the game. 37-30, Boston by 7. Left side Burton to the top of the key to Thompson. On the right-hand side, they go to Edwards. Out to Burton. Jumper from 20, and it's good. And Willie Burton is his first field goal tonight. Kind of a fun little shootout going here, Eric, in the first half of the game from Boston. Bird, three-point distance. Boy, Burton's right on top of him. Goes to McHale, backing down. He's got it all the way into the paint. Here's the fall-away jumper's up, no good. Burton off for the rebound as Boston starts to cool a bit from that 56% shooting in the first quarter. Coles to the foul line. Edwards wide open behind his screen, and he cans an 18-footer, and that's some good execution.
Heater really getting some quality.
Come out as Bernie also celebrates a birthday. That's on Sunday against the Nets on Family Day. All right, back here, the Boston Celtics down inside to McHale. Back to Bird, back to McHale. He's trying to work down inside, does. Spins inside of Burton, puts it up and scores, and that's a tough matchup inside.
Well, Sam, with Bird feeding the post from behind the three-point arc, you see the space that creates. Makes it very difficult to get down and double team.
Coles, right side, Burton. Burton open from 18, and he drills it as Pinckney ran at him, but Burton hit it before he got the contact. A three-point Boston lead, 39-36.
Willie Stick's jumper, Sam. It opens up the rest of his game, which is off the dribble penetration.
Smith against Coles. Here comes Cycli out for a double team. There's somebody open somewhere, and it's Bird at the three-point line. Now McHale on the baseline. His line drive, 18-footers up and good. He's got 4 points. 41-36, a 5-point lead here for Boston. The Heat playing a little short-handed in the fact that Grant Long picked up a couple of quick fouls, and Burton's playing with 2 as well. As Pinckney trying to fight over a screen, Thompson and Burton both go down in a heap as Pinckney took them both out trying to fight over the screen for a foul. Ball out of bounds to Miami on the side, and Bimbo Coles comes quickly to the sideline getting a call from Coach Dave Wall as it'll be out of bounds, and Burton will inbound it here for. Now they change, and Edwards going to inbound. The Heat again very much in this ball game in this first half with 9 minutes to go, down by 5. A pass directly into the post to Cycli. He drops down on McHale. Nothing there, gets it out to Thompson, open from 16, and boy, he can bank that sucker in and does a nice job of that one.
Again, the emphasis on team play. Ronnie Cycli, who is hungry for points, didn't force it. Nice little kick out for the open jumper.
Heat with 5 consecutive field goals going down have battled themselves back within 3 for still another try here. A defensive stand to try to get him closer as Bird down inside goes to Pinckney. 1-on-1 on Thompson. He zigzags one way, goes back the other way, and puts it up and scores. Ed Pinckney scoring with his first basket of the night and gives him a 43-38 lead again.
Second life for Pinckney. He was buried on the Celtics bench, has made a resurgence.
Edwards, nice drive inside Thompson. Foul on the Celtics. They double team Pinckney and Lewis. And I think they catch Lewis in this case for his first personal foul. Nonetheless, it'll send Thompson to the foul line. And by the way, on radio tonight, we'll visit with former Celtic great Dave Cowan, who has been working with Pinckney along with Marinkovic, the Yugoslavian, and Joe Klein to try to get them as a backup, certainly those last two, to the Chief. And we'll talk about their development with him at halftime tonight on radio.
Well, Pinckney's playing time is coming at not only Joe Klein's expense, but also former #1 pick Michael Smith's expense. So Pinckney has moved ahead of those 3 in the rotation. Certainly, having an old pro like Dave Cowan's working with your big people is a plus.
Dave looks like he's in good enough shape, the left-hander, to come out and play right now. Thompson misses the first free throw. Has another one coming here. And it's on its way, and he makes that one. So with the one of the 2 foul shots made here by Thompson, it's now a 43-39 game. Celtics in the lead by 4. Deep in the corner, McHale inside to Pinckney, feeds off to Lewis in a crowd. Fallback jumper's no good. He's pushed and fouled by Coles. Well, I'll tell you one thing about the good basketball teams, a la the Celtics included. Well, when that ball starts moving around the perimeter, it gets there in a hurry. And that time it created an easy try for a basket by Lewis. He'll shoot free throws here.
One of the reasons the Celts are one of the premier teams in the NBA is their free throw shooting. Last year set the NBA record, 83.2% as a team for the year. This season, 82.9%. Not much slippage.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to have our good friend Steve LeBeau along with Jim Stamos on either side of us one night, and we'll have dueling stat guys, because I tell you, they throw numbers at us, don't they?
The numbers mania.
Shot on the next one by Lewis is up, and he knocks them both in. So 2 foul shots here by the Boston Celtics. Makes it a 45-39 game with 8:11 to play in the half. Edwards on the left side, top of the key. Thompson, he shows and goes. Got McHale up. Feeds to Edwards, open from 20. And Kevin Edwards is really stroking that ball as he knocks it down for his 6th of the night. Steve Brown is checked back into the Boston lineup. Plays outside, guarded by Coles. Takes it right side to Lewis, covered by Edwards. Out inside to McHale, and now the Heat, I believe, are caught for another illegal defense. They are. Edwards, the man sliding over this time, got caught. That's the 2nd of the night. Whistle on Dave Wall and the Miami Heat here. And it'll be a technical foul shot taken by Boston. And McHale will do the honors. Thank you. Gamble running over to talk to Chris Ford. What a job this man has done. Of course, an assistant under Jimmy Rogers here. Had a great rapport with the Celtic players, and they almost to the man said, yeah, if you're going to change coaches, this is the guy they want, and they have really responded well. McHale with a free throw good on the technical. And it's a 46-41 lead now by the Celtics with 7:49 first half to go. Inbound, Pinckney gets it into Brown. Brown bumped by Coles, got away with that one. Takes it to the right side into the lane to Lewis. He feeds it back outside to Brown. He's open from 20. It's short. Cycli knocks it down and goes after the rebound, and he's going to be fouled in the backcourt. 6 rebounds already tonight for Ronnie Cycli, and the foul called on Pinckney, his second of the night, and it'll be out of bounds for the Heat in the backcourt.
I think Ronnie Cycli is responding. You know, in some ways, his offensive struggles has helped him mature to the next level as a player. He hasn't gone into a shell. He's doing the other things that help you win. He blocked 4 shots last night.
Yeah.
He was a force on the backboard, especially in the fourth quarter. Rebounding well again tonight.
Burton down inside to Cycli. Quickly feeds it out to Coles, but unfortunately Coles was in one spot, and the pass went somewhere else. 4th turnover of the night on Miami, and back it goes to Boston, still leading by 5.
With Douglas, Rice, and Long on the bench, Dave Wohl hoping this unit can keep the Heat close enough till he's ready to bring those folks back.
That, by the way, was the 4th team foul call on Boston a moment ago. The Heat have only 1, so the Heat are only 1 foul away from getting in the bonus early with 7:18 to go in this period. Right side Gamble on the baseline to McHale, and now the Heat are caught for another illegal defense. The 3rd call on the Heat tonight, and it'll be another technical foul, and McHale says this is kind of fun. And we'll go back to the line and shoot another one here.
You know, Miami's defense is being caught off balance. Dave Wohl wants to make an adjustment now. They're trapping the pick and roll. They end up double teaming D. Brown, and I don't think their backside rotation is coming over quick enough. That's where they're getting caught up.
Burton was the man caught out of position that time as McHale puts in the free throw to make it 47-41. Simulcast tonight from the Boston Garden as the Celtics trying to improve on a 43-16 record, and the Heat trying to get their 4th consecutive win, which would be a first in the history of the franchise. Down inside it goes to McHale. Out to Bird at the foul line. Leans in. Gets it back off inside to McHale. Jump hook no good. And 7 rebounds by Ronnie Cycli. Gets it ahead to Coles. To a driving Billy Thompson. He leaves it for Burton. Jumper 16 right side no good. Parish, the chief, 37 years young, gets it out of there for Boston. Into the forecourt to Brown. Almost mishandled. 3-point distance over a Perry screen. Gets it left-hand corner to McHale. He tries to show and go down the baseline. There's that patented fall away, and he hit it. Boy, he felt the contact that time of Cycli and then fell back for an 8-point Celtic lead. 49-41. 6:29 left to play here in the second. Burton down inside. Goes to Cycli against Parish. He tries that little fall away. High bank shot. Comes off too high. McHale with a rebound to Brown. Brown down the inside of the lane. Off to Parish. Jam. Parish now with a total of 14 points in the ballgame.
Bad sequence. Cycli forced into taking an ill-advised shot and then beat down the floor by the Chief.
And the widest lead for Boston. Douglas into the forecourt. Takes it all the way down the left side of the lane. Douglas with a strip. Has it knocked away. Picked up by Edwards. Edwards on the outside to Rice. Rice with a show and go to the foul line. His jumper's on its way. Bounces and it's good. So Rice with his 8th point of the ball game and a 51-43 game. I have a feeling that our producer Brad Hurd knew all about that, and thank you, Brad. Into the forecourt, Brown to the top of the key to the foul line. There's the fallback jumper. It's on its way. Good. Brown with his 8th point of the ball game, and once again a 10-point lead Boston. 5:32 to play here in the second quarter from the Garden. Edwards being tracked by Gamble now as Douglas tries to make the move on Brown as they cleared it out on their 1-3 play. And he puts up a wild 20-footer, and it's going to go in. Sherman with 17. And a little prayer answered there.
You know you're going well when that drops for you. He's 8 for 10 tonight.
My. 53-45 Boston. 5 minutes now left to go as Brown beats him to the basket. A one-handed layup no good. Cycli off with his 8th rebound of the night. As into the forecourt, Douglas on the right side to Edwards. Squares, jumper, 14 good.
That's what early offense is all about. You defensive rebound, you push it to the forecourt, and you take the first open available shot.
And you have the confidence, a la Kevin Edwards right now, to hit that jumper, and he's really on a confident roll right now.
He's seeing nothing but green lights at the moment, Sam.
Left side, Brown. By the way, Terry Davis is going to get some play time as Cycli down inside on McHale is going to draw a 2nd personal foul. Let's see who Davis is going to come in for. It is going to be for Ronnie. He was already at the scorer's table. And he'll come in and defense inside. So Terry Davis, who had not played in the last 3 ball games out of Virginia Union, checks into the ball game for the first time tonight.
10th Heat player to take part in this first half. I think that's important. Keep Miami's legs fresh for the second half.
4 minutes, 35 seconds to play here in the second quarter as Gamble drives the right side of the lane, but there is the Chief cleaning it up with his 5th rebound and his 16th point of the night. Wow, that shouldn't happen. Here's Edwards left side. His big long rebound shot is up, no good. It goes off the leg of Pinckney and out of bounds. Miami will still have it as Edwards got a little run at from outside and just broke his concentration momentarily.
And if Terry Davis does one thing, he's got to put a body on Parish.
Here's a bounce pass by Edwards on the inbound. Saved at midcourt by Davis, who knocks it back into Long, who checked in during the timeout. It's Douglas to the right side to Rice. He tries to take it inside of Pinckney. Got a little contact. Now pulls back for the 20-footer short. Rebound comes off to Parish. Parish outlet to Brown. Brown to the baseline right. Nothing there. Into the forecourt, looking down inside. He's got it low to Ed Pinckney. He drives inside of Rice. Opposite side hook is up, no good. They got a foul.
See, that's a mismatch, Sam. The foul's on Rice on both ends. Pinckney at 6'11", much better in the low post, and is going to try to take advantage of Rice down there. But on the other end, I don't think Pinckney, with that 6'11" frame, can guard Rice out on the perimeter. So both teams will try to take advantage of that match.
No doubt a possible foul, even though Dave Wall across the way, as we saw in the replay, saw Pinckney also, as we did, kind of hook a little on his way to the basket, but it wasn't as flagrant as maybe Dave Wall thought, as Pinckney's foul shot is good, and Burton comes in, and Rice with a couple of fouls has to set down himself.
You know, we were talking about Kevin Edwards earlier. One of the things Dave Wall liked most about Kevin's effort last night, not his 21 points, rather his defense on Ron Harper through the middle quarters of that ballgame.
Well, he did a job, even though Harper exploded near the end and got 31 against the Heat last night.
I think 16 of them came in the fourth quarter.
10-point lead by Boston again on the 2 made foul shots as Edwards feeds long baseline left against Parish. Puts it on the floor, backs him down, tries to get a jumper up. He finally does. It's on its way, no good. Davis with a rebound. He'll try to hook it up and does. TD. Good strong body move inside, hooks it and scores.
First inside points for the Heat since the first quarter.
And it's 26-18 of those inside points, as the Miami Heat being pretty well drilled on the inside right now by Boston. Gamble down on the baseline, goes to Parish. Parish trying to work the baseline on Long. His jumper's no good, and Long with a rebound. Looked outlets to Douglas. That was covered. Ahead to Edwards. Edwards, and nice angle pass into Davis. Davis misses the layup. Rebound comes off to Long, and a crowd shot no good. Davis wrestles for the rebound. We've got a loose ball foul. It's on Pinckney.
Boy, they let a lot go before they blew the whistle there.
And that was a lot on both sides. They were letting both sides push, shove, do whatever they wanted to do.
Now, Davis got in the way of Grant Long's follow. Pinckney over Long's back. Good up fake. That time Grant fading away. You've got to attack the goal when you're that close. And Davis and Pinckney, little tug of war on inside.
Well, the Heat 4 out of 5 at the foul line. Boston 14 of 16 as Pinckney again will take a rest here for the Boston Celtics as they've got Larry Bird back in the game.
Lack of free throw attempts tells you Miami's not attacking as much as they have been. Last 2 games, Miami with 40+ free throw attempts.
Well, there were 85 free throws taken in that ball game last night.
That's why we didn't get out of there until about 10:30.
A 2-hour and 25-minute game last night against the Celtics, but it paid off as here Davis's 2 free throws gives the Heat a couple of more points and cuts the lead to 6 again. 57-51. The Heat again with Long, Douglas, Edwards. Also Burton and Davis. Davis down inside on McHale. He turns inside. The shot's up. He got it, and he's fouled. Terry Davis with his first foul. McHale, with his 10th point of the game, will go to the line trying to complete a 3-point play for Boston.
Well, these guys are so good in the low post. Kevin McHale. See where he sets up. He gets to where he wants to go. You've got to be more physical than that. And on the fadeaway, the sweet stroke for McHale. They really missed him when he was out of their lineup.
Here's the shot by McHale. It's up and good. McHale, truly coming off the bench as one of the strong 6 men, has already knocked in his 11th point of this game. That has given Boston a 9-point lead again. Their widest has been 10 on several occasions.
Boy, they have a great tradition for 6 men in this organization.
They do indeed. Outside of the ball, Edwards gets away from McHale. Shot is up, no good. Long rebound comes off to Brown. He spins and almost loses it. Saves the dribble as Burton went for a steal and missed. Into the forecourt, Gamble to McHale. Back to Gamble. Frees it off to Parish, and he's hammered by Davis. Boy, do they pass that basketball.
And do they appreciate it here in Boston.
So Davis picks up the second foul, sending the Chief Robert Parish back to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
How about the dazzling display by D. Brown on the floor, back on his feet, quickly gets him into their offense. Now watch the passes. Gamble to McHale, back to Gamble, over to Parish. 3 beautiful passes. Basketball never touched the parquet floor.
17 points by Parish as he drills the foul shot here. Now 61-51. Chief with 16 points and 6 rebounds. I think that's 17 points now, as he made the free throw and has one more coming. Is Cycling has come back into the game to join Davis. Now Parish misses. Rebound Cycling, almost stolen by Bird. 9 rebounds by Ronnie tonight. And the Heat again, still by 10, the widest lead for Boston. Douglas on the left side gets a screen from Cycling. Now he pulls up from 18 and he hits it again.
All right, folks, that's your bread and butter. Cycling, Douglas, pick and roll. Get Sherman into the middle.
What do you have here? 38 last year against the Celtics. He's off to a great start with 19 tonight.
That was one of my favorite Heat games ever, because Douglas had 38, Rice 29. It was Miami's youth on parade here in Boston.
Brown to the top of the key, looking on the right side, gives it off to Bird. Had a 3 momentarily. Now feeds to McHale. He squares and fires and hits. McHale, 13 here in the period, and 63-53 Boston.
No longer just a post-up threat. Old Kevin has extended the range on his jumper.
On the right side, Douglas trying to beat Brown. Pulls up a 14-footer, and for the one time he misses. Brown in the open court gets it to Gamble. Back inside to McHale, driving layup, and that's Boston basketball as he puts it in, and that's the widest lead for the Celtics.
That's what you desperately want to avoid, seeing them come at you 3-on-1.
A minute 20 to play before halftime. Davis to the right side to Burton. To the top of the key to Edwards. Edwards squares and fires. Gamble ran at him but missed. Parish off for the rebound. Looks outlet towards midcourt. Instead goes at the free throw lane to Brown. Brown into the forecourt. Bird says, give me that ball. Bird still runs the show here in Boston Post. Down inside goes to Gamble across the lane. Scores, and he's fouled. Well, now Edwards will draw the foul.
Now we know why Larry wanted it. He saw Gamble posting up, had Edwards behind him, and you can't let people post you up that near the lane. Kevin Gamble, one of the field goal percentage leaders. Matter of fact, he has a chance to be only the second Celtic other than Kevin McHale to shoot 60% from the field and over 80% from the free throw line in the same year.
That was an interesting stat indeed. A 15-point lead now, the widest by the Celtics on an 11-2 run here with 50 seconds to go in the first half. Edwards out to Douglas. Douglas at the head of the key, 3-point distance, left side Edwards. 10 to shoot. They get it down into Cycling. 1-on-1 on Parish. He takes him inside. Tries to get a shot up. It's knocked away and stolen. McHale has it. The Bird. Bird behind the back pass to Parish. Layup no good. And back in there. An unbelievable pass by Bird, but after all of these many years, what else did we expect as he threw it over his head from behind? Parish lays it in. And a 70-53 17-point lead Boston. Boston has made their last 5 shots on a 13-2 run. And with 18 seconds to go, Douglas with 7 on the shot clock makes the move down the lane. In a crowd, lays it up left hand, got it. Douglas with 21. Into the forecourt comes Brown. 11 seconds to go. Here's Bird operating at the foul line. Off to McHale. Back to Bird. Knocked down by Burton out of bounds. Last touch by Burton. Boston ball. Chris Ford calling a play as Bird will inbound with 4.8 seconds to go. 70-55 Boston. They go baseline to Gamble. Gamble trying to drive, stolen by Edwards. 2 seconds. He'll get it in the forecourt to Burton. They won't get a shot off, and that's the half. So the Celtics, and of course they chase for that best record in the Eastern Conference. Miami will have the ball as we start the third quarter, and again the starters are back. Rice, Long, Cycling, Burton, and Douglas. Douglas down inside to Burton. 1-on-1 on Gamble. Kicks it back outside to Rice. Has he got a 3? He does, and he hits it.
See, that's Celtic basketball. Let Rice do a little of that. Feed in the post from the three-point arc and get it right back.
3-point payoff winner, Jeannie Williams of North Miami Beach. A $50 gift certificates from our friends at Publix Supermarkets. Into the forecourt with the ball. Gamble out to Brown. It's a 70-58 ball game as Miami with a 3 by Glen Rice. They get it to Bird. Bird with 5 to shoot. 3-point distance. It's on its way. No. Rebound comes off to Long. To Rice, excuse me. Gets it to Douglas. Now to Long. Ran to the open court. Takes it inside to Cycling. In a crowd. Scores. And Miami has certainly come out challenging, and they cut the lead to 10.
He can get back in this game if they do one thing well. Defend. They've got to be more aggressive and more physical.
Outside with the basketball, Brown beyond the 3-point line, guarded by Douglas. Looking left. Now coming back out on the left-hand side to Bird. Trying to dump it down inside. He's got it low to Parish. Parish, long cross court, looking. Still now goes cross court to the top of the key. Open is Gamble. Push out is short. Rebound Long battles Parish, and Long wins. Gets it to Douglas. The Heat can cut it under double figures here as Long holds it on the top of the key to Cycling. A show and go on Parish. All the way down the lane. Lays it up. He got it on a nice drive. 70-62. The Heat have cut it to 8, and the Celtics want a timeout. 10 points for the game, and the Heat have it down to an 8-point Boston lead at 70-62 as they've used up a timeout. It goes Bird down inside. A driving layup by Lewis. Goaltended by Cycling. The darn thing fell in anyway, and Lewis gets his 11th point of the game.
Glen Rice trailed him all the way around that screen, and that's not going to get it done.
Boston 1 of 3 in the period. Miami's hit all 3 of their field goals. As we open up here, going in towards the 2-minute mark deep into the third quarter. Rice outside by Lewis. They backdoor go inside to Burton in the crowd. Lays it up. Got it. Nice play. Boy, used some great acceleration to get up over Parish to score that one. 8-point Boston lead is Brown. Again running the point in place of the injured Brian Shaw out with a bad ankle. Could come back within a game or two. Down the lane goes Lewis. Crashes all the way over Douglas. Lewis will get the basket. Douglas draws a foul, and that's his first of the night.
I don't blame Sherman for being disappointed. The idea was outstanding. Didn't get there quite quick enough. But too often in the first half, when a Celt took the lane, it was an easy trip for him right to the rim. That time Douglas from the weak side came over. You need that help.
Shot is up, and it is good. So Lewis knocks in the free throw to make it 75-64. As the Boston Celtics back up by 11 just that quickly. Under 10 minutes to go here. Miami again has made their last 5 shots, trying to get another one here as Burton gets it down low. He turns inside a Gamble. Beautiful left-handed layup by Willie Burton. Where in the world did he get that? Boy, he has developed that very nicely down to that baseline. Into the forecourt, Brown. Brown out beyond the 3-point line. Goes to the top of the key, slightly left to Lewis. Jumper from 20 off the rim, no good. Long with a rebound. Bird goes for a steal, didn't get it. He gets it to Douglas. Tries to alley-oop inside to Cycling. Knocked down, stolen by Brown. Brown back the other way to Bird. Bird down inside, intended for Lewis. It's knocked down, stolen by Douglas. Back to Rice. Rice right at the 3-point line. Puts it up short. Rebound comes off the long as he battles Bird for the rebound. To Burton, out to Douglas. Douglas looking for Rice. He's got another 3 on the way. It's up, and it is good. And Glen Rice with his 3rd 3-pointer of the night has given a $50 gift certificate from Publix to Barbara Lewis of Pembroke Pines on our 3-point payoff tonight from Publix. 3 3-pointers by Glen Rice. And the Miami Heat have cut the lead to 75-69. Outside Bird to Gamble. Cross court to Lewis. He shows and goes on Rice. A bounce pass to Parish. Out of his hands. Picked up by Brown. 3 on the shot clock. Air ball rebounded by Rice. Out to Douglas. Miami's got the numbers 4 on 2. To Burton. Off the long. Inside. Jams the ball.
Sweet fast break.
A 4-point Boston lead at 75-71 with 8:15 to go, and now a 20-second timeout. Boston. As Brown works the right side. Uses a screen by Parish. Looking for a pass, throwing to Bird. Bird has to work hard to get out of there, and at the 3-point line, he shoots over Burton, and Bird answers with a 3 of his own, his 2nd of the night.
Long and Burton got tied up with one another, and that little hesitation can cost you when Bird has it.
So Miami cutting the lead down momentarily. But all of a sudden, after it goes down to 4, it's right back up to 7 on Bird's 3-pointer. Burton at the top of the key has got McHale on it. He starts to back him down with 7 to shoot. Slips and falls back out to Douglas. Douglas for a 3. It's on its way short. Rebound comes off to Cycling. Cycling dribbles out with his 10th rebound of the night. Gives it off to Douglas in the right corner. A fresh shot clock will prompt Douglas to bring it out to set the offense up. A call by Dave Wall with 7:24 to go on the quarter. Has Douglas down the lane, and there's that left-hand little finger roll, no good. Ball tipped out of Bird's hands. Right to Burton. He drives and scores.
Relentless pursuit of the offensive rebounds tonight by Miami, at least in this 3rd quarter.
5-point Boston lead, 78-73 in the period. Lewis right side against Rice. He's got a couple of fouls. He's going to draw a 3rd on Glen as he drove the ball inside and draws the foul. Out of bounds, Boston on the side. Team foul number 2 on Miami.
So many weapons for Boston. Douglas missing that last little finger roll. The rebound tip out to Willie. Well, he's like a bloodhound going right to the rim.
Bird and Parish playing a little give and go, and Long interrupts and makes a steal. Gets it to Burton. Burton in the open court. Slides to the right side. Gives it off to Rice. Out inside to Cycling. Quick drop step move on McHale. No good. Lewis with a rebound. Gets it out of there to Brown. Brown into the forecourt. Burton was knocked down momentarily, but is up and all right. Brown with the ball on the right side. He dumps it down to Bird. Bird looking for an outlet pass down the middle to Parish. Knocked down, stolen. The Heat with a steal. Long initiates that one. Ahead to Douglas. Oh, he takes it in, no good. Cycling off for the rebound, puts it up and scores.
Sam, the Celtics have been out-rebounded by the Heat in this quarter, 9-1. They're flat-footed, and Miami's really got fire in their step.
They've cut it down to 3 points now. It's 78-75 with 6:18 to play in the period. Bird along the post left side. Goes down low to McHale. In close, scores. 17 by McHale. 80-75 Boston. Clock winds under 6 minutes. Boston used an early timeout and then a 20 in this quarter as the Heat came out blazing and cut a 15-point lead down to only 4. Now they had it down to 3 before that basket. Into the forecourt, Douglas. Right side to Burton. Burton from 20. Push shot's no good. A tip up by Cycli over Parish. Comes off to Bird on the rebound. To a streaking D. Brown. Back to Bird. Inside to Lewis. Lewis hook off to McHale and he lays it in.
I don't care who you root for. That is gorgeous basketball. Pretty to watch.
82-75. Boston by 7. And the Heat are going to take a 22nd timeout of their own as they have come roaring back, only to be thrown back into the woods here. Using that full timeout, go to Brown on the offense. The long rebound comes out to Grant Long, but he loses it. Picked up by Lewis. He loses it out to Bird. Bird with a three-point try, and it's way good. Larry Bird with his third three-point of the night. 85-75. Boston back up by 10. The Heat had cut the lead to 3 at one time. Outside of the ball, Rice gets it off to Burton. Burton guarded by McHale out on the floor. Goes on the left-hand side to Rice. Rice against Lewis. That's a tough matchup. Inside to Cycli. Head and shoulder fake. Takes it up on the opposite side. No good. Goes after it one more time. Puts it on the floor. Takes it up. Blocked away by McHale. Comes off to Lewis. Lewis loses the ball in the backcourt, but saves it for Boston. Bird on the right side. Another three. Pushes and gets it. Larry Bird hitting 59% of his three-point goals over the last 4 ball games. Nails another one and really throws the Heat way back by 13 points at 88-75, and the Heat are forced into taking a timeout after making a gallant run to cut it to 3. It has been Bird's 3 3-pointers and the scoring of Reggie Lewis that have put him.
Totally elevates the level of play for anybody playing with him. And he should elevate the play for anybody playing against him as well.
I think I could even score a basket every once in a while with Larry Bird out there on the floor.
I'm sure you could, Sam, because in Lubbock you used to post up and send in the sky hook.
That's right. I was the tallest of the forwards we had, and you know how much trouble we were in.
That was about 1,000 games ago, though.
That was about 1,000,000 games, it seems like. Rice on the right side pulls up for a 20-footer, fed by Douglas, and Rice out of the right wing puts it down. Rice himself has 3 3-pointers in the ball game and has a total of 8 points in the period and 16 for the game now. 88-77. The Heat down by 11. Out inside, here's McHale. Drop step move on Cycli, drew the foul, and scores the basket.
You know, if I'm a big man in the NBA, I'm going to get me a film of Kevin McHale and this kind of low post move and lock myself in a room until I understand what he's doing. The footwork is phenomenal.
Well, he's been playing in this league now in his 11th year. He's 32 years of age, and his foul shot's up and good. He's got 22 points in the ball game tonight. And, of course, 37-year-old Robert Parish and 34-year-old Larry Bird. Yes, they may be old and vintage, but they've got some young yanks to help. Douglas drives up the right side of the lane. His running one-hander's no good. Off it comes to Lewis. Lewis inside the three-point line, backing down on Edwards now. Gets it back out. Douglas on Brown. Brown with the ball on the outside. He takes it across the middle. They try to dump it into Parish, and Parish will lose the ball out of bounds on a turnover here by the Boston Celtics. Alec Kessler comes into the game, and Ronnie Cycli now with 3 fouls and a total of 9 points in the game, and double figures in rebounds will go out of. There's the Heat again trail 91-77. Outside with the ball long, almost lost the ball. Bird really upset he didn't go after the miss as Rice is going to be fouled outside. He's fouled at the 3-point line by McHale. And he'll go to the line and have a couple of foul shots here for Miami. Rice again, 16 points. By the way, updating the scoreboard, Utah leads Washington 75-61 in the third. It's Orlando leading the Clippers 54-51 in the third. Detroit leading New York 65-62. Good ball game in the third. And at the end of one, Philadelphia playing at Dallas tonight, and they lead it by 26-22 after one. Foul shot by Rice up and good as Joe Klein will make his first appearance in the ball game. The Razorback out of the University of Arkansas, and the Chief with 19 points. We'll check out of the ball game. Miami trailing 91-78 here on the parquet of Boston Garden as Rice puts up another free throw and scores. And by the way, the first free throws in the second half and only the 9th of the ball game for Miami. Outside of the ball, Brown guarded by Douglas, gives him plenty of room, letting him take a 3 if he'd wish. Goes down baseline to McHale, gives it back out to Brown. Cross court to Bird, dumps it inside. Rice knocks it away, but right in the hands of Lewis, who puts up a 15-footer and scores.
Boy, is he an outstanding component to this outstanding basketball team. Reggie Lewis, silent sometimes, but he's a killer.
14-point Boston lead. Here's a pass, a hard one by Rice into Long. Rice picks it up on the left side, a 3-pointer no good, and Klein with an angle rebound. Gets it out to Bird, ahead to Lewis. Lewis is contested in midcourt by Long and almost lost the ball. Gets it over to Brown. We have 2:37 to play in this third quarter as Brown gets it down to Bird. Bird turns, surveys the floor, backing down on Rice. There's the step back fall away. It's good. I tell you what, he may be 34 and may be slowing down, but he's still vintage basketball as the Heat now must take still another timeout. Boston's made their last 5 shots and built back up to a 16-point lead on a timeout by Miami. They still had 3 full timeouts to use before this ball game's over, and obviously they will probably try to take them all. Is that Bird or what?
Indefensible might be a worse night. You can't let it detract from what the Heat has accomplished in the last month or so.
All right, Edwards back in there, goes to Kessler. Kessler outside on the right side, and an 18-foot rainbow is good. Kessler getting one down. He had gone 0 for 5, you may recall, in the Dallas game and didn't get a shot against the Clippers the other night. 95-81, Boston by 14. Here's a bounce pass, McHale. Left-hand side to Gamble. Gamble trying to get it down in decline. Cannot, as Kessler really plays shutout. Goes out to Bird. Look out, another 3. Oh, he hit another one. Larry Bird, his 5th three-pointer of the game. 98-81, 17-point lead. Widest again by Boston. Douglas, nice bounce pass. Billy Thompson, a slam dunk and an easy basket for the Heat. All created by the little water bug Sherman Douglas, who has not scored in the second half after a 21-point explosion in the first half. Bird down inside to McHale. Turns on the rookie Kessler. Outside to Brown. To Gamble. Left side 18-footer. It's no good. Klein with a rebound. In a crowd. Has it stripped clean and stolen by Douglas. Douglas back the other way for Miami. On the left-hand side goes to Edwards. Pulls up in front of Bird. He's got a 20-footer but doesn't take it. Cross-court Thompson. He shows and goes. His 18-footer's up. It's no good. Rebound Klein. Klein gets it out to Brown. Brown pushes into the 4-foot right side to Gamble. A nice pass inside to McHale. McHale got a push from behind by Kessler but scored the basket anyway. What a nice touch pass inside by Gamble. And with a minute to play in the third, the Celtics have reached the 100 mark and lead by 17.
Well, again, the advanced passing, they get across half court. That basketball doesn't have to hit the floor. That's really difficult basketball to defend and very enjoyable basketball to play.
By the way, in addition to McHale's numbers scoring and otherwise, he's also one of the top shot blockers, nearly 8th in the league, averaging nearly 3 a game as he makes the free throw here for Boston. And back the other way is Bimbo Coles, and his jumper off the right wing is up and good as he's come in for Sherman Douglas. 101-85. Charlie Smith has also come in for the Boston Celtics. He drops it down inside to Gamble. Gamble back outside to McHale. He's open from 14 and the push is good. So as McHale knocks in his 12th point of the game and of this quarter and his 27th of the game, it's 103-85 Boston. Here's a show and go by Kessler. He gets Klein right out of the way. Smith went for a steal but missed it, and Kessler lays it in. 103-87 Boston. Smith into the full court. 26 seconds to go in the third quarter. On the left side, gets a screen from Bird. He'll take it all the way down the lane. Finger rolls up, no good. Rebound Kessler. Bounce pass out to Bimbo Coles. Coles doubles back to get it. 15 seconds to go in the period. Here's Burton trying to drive by Bird. Bird knew he had a foul to give and took it right there as he quickly latches on for a personal foul, and that on Bird will be only his first, and only the first of the period on Boston, and the first of the last 2 minutes.
See the way Miami's playing the pick and roll. They're sending defenders over the top of those screens. You tend to get beat a little bit that way. That's why help in the middle is so important. And by the way, Coles going against Smith, Olympic teammates. They were John Thompson's point guards in '88.
Here's a pass, Edwards into Kessler against Klein. He tries to take him baseline right. Comes out of a double team away to Edwards on the left-hand side. Here's a square up 3 by Coles. That'll be well off the mark. Thompson tips it no good. Ball is going to be knocked out of bounds, but saved by Bird. 1/10 of a second to go. Smith let it fly at midcourt. Over the top of the backboard and out of ball game. The Celtics lead it 103-87. The Celtics shooting at a blistering 60% in the third quarter. The Heat 48. And again, that has given them up to as many as an 18-point lead. Bird and Smith playing catch. Down inside goes to McHale. Given goes to Charlie Smith. He lands it off to Klein, and Klein lays it in.
There is always movement off the ball with Boston.
So the Celtics back up to that 18-point lead again. They give it off outside to Coles. Coles playing in place of Edwards. Edwards guarded by Gamble. Looking inside to Burton. He drives down the lane. It's going to be a driving layup by Coles. Blocked away by McHale. Off to Smith. Smith has got help ahead of him. He feeds it into Gamble. Knocked down, stolen Edwards. Edwards has got Burton in the open court. He feeds it instead cross court to Coles. Knocked down, stolen by Smith. Smith back the other way for Boston to Gamble. Gamble to the left-hand wing. Waits for help to come into the forecourt in the form of Klein. Back out to Bird. Bird with 23. Goes inside, a driving one-hander up, and Gamble. It's his 5th point of the game for a 107-87 20-point lead. Boston, their widest of the game. Here's Burton all the way underneath. It's blocked by McHale. Off to Coles. Baseline left. The jumper is good. So Coles will get the first points of this 4th quarter. As a bounce pass by Bird on the other end is up and good, and Gamble lays it up and scores to make it 109-89.
Double-figure assists for the Birdman.
Well, unfortunately, Betty Strodes had picked Willie Burton to score the first points. Bimbo Coles did that, and our next telecast game will have 1,000.
That's the part of the present. Nobody passes this basketball better than Larry Bird. Maybe Magic Johnson in Los Angeles, but Bird just so. He sees the floor like very few, Sam. He's got a dozen assists tonight. That's what we talk about, elevating the level of play of your teammates. You're open. He gets you the basketball.
He's got different eyes than everybody else, I think. As he gets his 12th assist there with 23 points for Larry Bird and a 20-point Boston lead as we have 10.5 left to play at the Garden tonight. Douglas backing out beyond the 3-point line has come back in for Coles. He tries to beat Smith inside, pulls up for the jumper, no good, and Smith draws the foul, and Douglas, who has gone scoreless in the second half, will have a couple of foul shots as Smith draws his 2nd foul of the game.
Now, somewhat indicative of the one-sided score has been the one-sided matchup inside, and I don't think this is totally unexpected, but a little too one-sided. The Celtics front court with 84 points. The Heat front court has 30 points. That's a 54-point difference.
By the way, when do we get the cake? That's what is that still around here?
The cake is either coming or melting.
Oh, one of those. Here's the shot by Douglas at the line. Good. He's got 22 points tonight. That, by the way, is only the 3rd foul shot made or taken here in the second half for Miami. They've made all 3 of them. 9 of 10 tonight.
First point, second half for Sherman.
He's had 16 double-doubles. He's been over 25 times, make it 26, and he drops in another free throw for his 23rd point of this ball game. 109-91. Bird in the backcourt to Smith. Smith across the timeline on the right-hand side, gets it deep right-hand corner to Klein. To the head of the key to Gamble. Gamble circles back outside, gives it to Bird, back to Smith, shows and goes, takes it all the way in, finger roll, no good. There's McHale with a follow-up rebound and scores. McHale with 29 points tonight.
Well, I feel a little bit for Ron Cycli because it's like he's all alone inside. There's just not much help for him.
Thompson and Rice are playing that front line position. Edwards and Douglas in the backcourt. Douglas, they've got a clear out against against Charlie Smith. He takes it inside through the wire, left-hander up, no good. Bird off for the rebound. Bird on the run. He deals it to McHale, bounced it right by him and out of bounds, and he knew he made a mistake the minute he got himself airborne. Into the ball game, it comes Douglas. He feeds it ahead. Gamble knocks down the pass. Gamble back the other way. He leaves it for Bird. Over the head pass to McHale. He's fouled. So Kevin McHale wrapped up and fouled by Douglas, his 2nd foul, but even Gamble with a little no-look pass to Mr. Assist himself, Bird, and then Bird finished it off with a nice one to McHale.
Now, he raises your consciousness level for playmaking. Nice feed for Bird. I'd like the foul by Miami, not with the intent to hurt, but with the intent to kind of not let people party at their expense. This is a tough time for a player on Miami's team because everybody in this gym having a ball, but it's at your expense. Very frustrating.
483 consecutive times they packed him in here, and as McHale puts down 2 free throws for the Boston Celtics, they are enjoying a 113-91 lead. Widest lead of the game as Douglas takes it down inside, drives for the layup and scores. 25 by Sherman Douglas. He refuses to raise the white flag here to the Celtics.
Slipping through the cracks.
20-point lead again by Boston. 9:17 to play. Bird backdoor to Smith. Foul line jumper good.
See, Douglas cheated over to help out. Bird immediately gets it to the open man.
Rice into the forecourt. Check by Bird. Looking over the top. Comes outside to Douglas. Douglas back to Rice on the left-hand side. Rice down inside to Cycli. Shows and goes on Klein. Across the lane. Hook shot short. McHale off the rebound out to Bird. Bird in the backcourt. Ahead to Smith. Smith up the right side. Surveys the floor. He takes it on a dribble behind the Bird screen, and Smith puts it down, and he's got 4 points tonight.
He's playing for his life, too, Sam, because when Brian Shaw comes back, it probably means that Charles Smith returns to the CBA.
Well, he was playing for Rockford in the CBA. Here is Douglas being stopped by Smith. Douglas saves the ball. He falls down with it, feeds it out to Rice. Another 3-point try, and Rice drills another 3-pointer tonight, and that is his 4th of the basketball game.
And Douglas gets an assist from his back.
Does he ever? And it's 117-96. Boston is going to use up a timeout before we go out of here. 2nd year, and he gets it over to Michael to Charles Smith, who works on the right side. Back out to Michael Smith. He tries for a three. No good. Tip down, comes off to Cycli. 13 rebounds tonight for Ronnie. And he gives it off to Douglas. Cycli with 9 points with 13 rebounds, trying to get another double-double tonight. Out inside, Rice to Douglas against Smith. He throws the hook. Rebound comes off to Klein. 117-96 Boston. Here's Edwards anticipating beautifully, makes a steal. Off the baseline is 18-footers up and good. And Edwards with his 10th point of the game.
Well, that play tells you that Miami still has some focus left, and they haven't mailed this thing in. Playing hard right now.
Well, one of the guys cheerleading to try to get him off the bench, Tony Fiorentino, when they broke across the way with Dave Wall, he really pounded him on the rump and said, come on, let's not give up yet, as Gamble rolls for a score.
By the way, the Celtics at 64% from the field for this game.
Left side of the ball, Edwards out straight away to Rice. Rice looking on the right side to Douglas, guarded by Smith. Cycli really battling inside. They go to Edwards. Straight away, jumpers up and good. Edwards drilling it. 12 tonight. He'd have got 100, but they trail by 19. 7-12 to play in the game from the Garden tonight. Smith on the left-hand side goes to Michael Smith. He drops it off inside to Klein. Klein loses the handle of the ball, saves it, gets it up with a jump left hook, no good. Thompson the rebound, and Klein is all over his back. He's a little disgusted that no foul was called in the first place. It's his first personal foul as he throws Thompson down, and the ball goes back to Miami. And here come the subs onto the floor as Coles, Ogg, Davis, and, well, that's 3. Will come into the ball game here, actually 2. Thought that Edwards was going to go out, but he will not. And so let's set the matchups here for you. The Heat again with Rice, Coles, and Davis. Edwards and Ogg, while Boston will play with Michael Smith along with McHale, Gamble, Charles Smith, and Joe Klein. Coles into the forecourt, right side to Edwards. 7 minutes to play as he goes to Rice. Foul line jumpers up. He got it and he's fouled. Charles Smith from behind. 3rd foul. Rice will get another chance to go to the line. He's got a total of 23 tonight as he continues to knock down those 20-point nights.
9 of his last 11.
Makes it a 119-102 game.
Well, he showed some concentration there. McHale at his back, leaning on him. But you never saw Rice's eyes waver from that rim. Good concentration. Very nice follow-through.
Well, the Allen Ogg meter is rolling here in Boston, even though all of his fans are back in Miami as he's in for the first time. Rice foul shot good. He'd have hit 11 out of 12 free throws. Haven't been there enough, though. And it's 119-103. Michael Smith, long down court pass to Klein, back out to Charles Smith. 6:41 to go before this one's over at the Garden tonight. And again, the Heat refusing to fold up their 10 and leave as Gamble drives down the inside in a crowd stolen by Edwards. He'd have the numbers 3 on 2. Edwards left side to Coles. Coles feeds it cross court. Rice for 3. It's on its way. No good. Rebound. Ogg battles for it, and he cleans it out to Rice. Rice will put it up from 20. Jump shot is going to be up and good. Shooters touched by Rice to roll it in, and the Heat trail by 14.
Well, I love the cross court pass delivered by Coles. An awareness of who to get the basketball to, and Glen Rice is that guy.
Gamble down the inside, gets it cross court to Charles Smith. The jumper 16, no good. McHale get the rebound. He can't. Rice beats him to it. Into the forecourt to Coles. Coles on the left side. Baseline left to Davis. An 18-footer short. Rebound comes off to Klein. He loses the ball. Throws it wildly back in. Smith. Charles tips it to Michael. Off to Gamble. Down the lane against Ogg. Shot no good. Ogg fouls him.
You know, Oggy did a pretty nice job that time. He retreated as quickly as possible. Got himself to the dotted line. Then squared up and tried to defend that fast break. Good effort.
Gamble will be at the line here for the Boston Celtics. Gamble with a total of 9 points in the game. He's had 20 points or more in 16 ball games this year, and again averaging 16 points in his 4th year out of Iowa. And new life here for the Boston Celtics when Chris Ford made the decision to go with Larry Bird and Gamble together on the front line, and Gamble's free throw good. End of the ball game, Willie Burton checks in, and Rice going to check out for a much-needed rest here. He's really pooped. 26 points tonight for Rice.
You know, I know Dave Wohl wants to get Keith Askins some minutes here, but he doesn't want to do it, I don't think, at Kevin Edwards' expense. Kevin finally starting to play some good basketball. He wants to let it go a little bit.
Well, the both foul shots by Gamble good. Burton brings it ahead to Edwards. Edwards slashes the right side of the lane, deals it back outside to Coles. Back to Edwards off the baseline. He feeds it to Ogg, gets it out to Coles. Coles for a jumper straight away. It's no good. Edwards and Burton go for the rebound, and Burton wins. Back out to Coles. Shells and goes down the inside. Deals it off to Ogg. His line drive jumper too hard. Rebound comes off to Coles. Turnaround jumper good. And the Miami Heat again. 121-107 down by 14, but staying with them. Even though they can't pack away quick enough here now with the clock running under 5 minutes. Out inside Klein. Klein with an up and under shot. Hook shot good. Turned into the lane on Alan Ogg. Ogg, expecting to go the other way, was caught off guard, and Klein hooks it in. 123-107. 5 minutes to go. Varenkovic will be coming in as Davis from 20. His shot's no good. Chases down his own missed rebound. Puts it up from 18. It's no good. And McHale rebounds it. Loses it out of bounds. So now Keith Askins will come into the ball game for Miami, and into the ball game is Varenkovic, the young man out of Yugoslavia, checking in for McHale for the Boston Celtics. He's one of the players that Dave Cowens talked to us about at halftime on radio. He's working with along with Klein. Says he really is just mostly a shot blocker. Does not have a lot of offensive skills, but he says when you're 7'2", 260 pounds, you got to work with him. Outside Burton gets the inbound. Jumper 18, good. Willie Burton put down his 12th point of the ball game. 123-109 Boston. 4:38 to go in this game yet. Charles Smith worked on by Coles. Takes it three-point line right side. Looking down inside to Klein. 1-on-1 on Davis. He's got him on the baseline. Gets it back outside to Gamble. Gamble with 9 on the shot clock. Runs for the finger roll. It's up no good, and Ogg with a foul.
Interesting, Sam, how very few people have left Boston Garden, even though this game has apparently been decided, and both benches have been empty. They're staying put.
Well, they understand there's more than one cake. I got news for him. That one's gone. Gamble with a foul shot up and good. Gamble slowly but surely putting together quite a fourth quarter here. He's got a total of 9 points in the period, and you can see 15 points for the ball game now. Next one's up, and he drills that one.
He's an excellent complementary player for this team. Runs the court well, defends, helps them finish some fast breaks, and knows his role.
4:18 to play. 125-109. Coles inside. Outside hook as he took it under the basket. Hooked it up out of the outstretched hands of both Klein and Varenkovic and laid it in.
Bimbo leaving a very good first impression with the folks in Boston.
125-111 our score. The Boston Celtics by 14. Smith on the outside, left side to Michael Smith. Down inside. He goes to Varenkovic. Turns in the lane. Ogg with a block and a steal. He gets it out to Askins. Askins has to tip the ball away from Smith. It goes from Coles down inside to Burton, and Burton takes it up with a left-handed dunk. The Heat have whittled a lead down to 125-112 and 3:41 to play. Heat still with 3 full timeouts to go. Boston down to 2. As up on the right-hand side, Gamble getting a Klein screen, which, by the way, was moving. He gets it down into Klein. Up and under fake on Davis. Takes it inside, and an offensive foul on Klein.
Good call.
Pushed off on Ogg.
Warded off with that free arm.
Dave Wall now will be starting to matriculate, to bring back more of the starters here. As Douglas will be the first that'll come back in, and they'll buzz him back in, and Coles will go out after a fine effort here by Bimbo Coles. 8 points for him tonight, 6 in the quarter.
I'm guessing that Dave feels Bimbo is fatigued because he was playing extremely well.
3 minutes, 23 seconds left to play in the game. And again, the Heat, 125-112, down by 13 right now. Outside, Michael Smith trying to push off on Burton, will draw a foul. That's his first personal foul, and the Celtics now with their 14th foul of the quarter. And Larry Bird is a familiar position along the front side of the bench. Does not sit down at most of the arenas, and longer he lies in front of the bench.
That's for his back, obviously.
First time he's done that tonight. Inbound comes Burton to Douglas. Douglas drives the lane. There's that one-hand floater. And Douglas going down the center lane gets his 27th point of the game. And guess what? It's an 11-point Boston lead, and they want a timeout. So the Boston
line, big people are flying at you, but Sherman has a sense of where he is and a great touch inside the paint.
Well, the ball in the forecourt as the Boston Celtics have it outside with Brown. Gamble with it. It's a 10-point game after the Heat had trailed by 24. Out inside, Gamble to the baseline, got Rice in the air, but couldn't get a shot away. Out to Michael Smith. Right side with 5 to shoot to Brown. He tries to get a shot up, cannot. Cross court to Gamble. He got it off just at the buzzer, and the wide rebound comes out to Burton. Burton with the rebound. Into the forecourt comes to Sherman Douglas. Douglas with a total of 27 points in the game, and the Heat whittling the lead down to 10 points. Douglas down inside to Burton. He shows and goes on the baseline. Back outside to Rice. Rice at the three-point line. Back to Douglas. Clock now winding under 2.5 to go in the game. 6 on the shot clock. Douglas from 20. The push shot no good. Rebound knocked down by Ogg. Right to Gamble. Gets it over to Brown. Brown will walk it ahead for Boston, and again they lead by 10.
They can use a basket here. They've missed 6 of their last 7 shots.
Brown against Douglas. 3-point distance on the right side. Gets a screen from Gamble. Now he cuts back against that screen, heading to the baseline, knocks down Douglas. They switch off. They get it down inside to Gamble. 5 to shoot, and Brown will. A 2-point goal's up, no good. Long rebound knocked away from Brankovic, picked up by Douglas. Douglas into the forecourt, looking for Rice, covered well by Brown. And Douglas now will make the move. Shot clock is down to 15. Game clock, 1:48 to go. 10-point Boston lead. Down inside Rice. He missed a slam dunk. He got the play, but missed the dunk inside as they ran it beautifully. And a ball out of bounds to Boston. Oh, what a tough break for Miami there. 1:40 left to play in the game. Brown into the forecourt. That could have forced Chris Ford into coming back with a few more of his starters. Had that one gone. Outside with the ball, Brown. Right-hand wing goes to Michael Smith. Only 9 to shoot again. Inside goes to Klein. He steps around Davis. Another offensive foul on Klein. Trying to get around Davis. And the ball goes back to Miami. You can see the importance of a missed slam dunk by Rice now.
Oh, yes, that was a big play and very frustrating. You work so hard to post up. They got a mismatch with D. Brown behind them. It's one of those things. Ball must have slipped out of his hand as he was gearing up for the dunk.
Alan Ogg is checked out, and Edwards has come back in. The Heat going with a very small lineup right now. Of course, Davis, the tallest at 6'9". In there, Douglas to the right-hand side. They get it over to Edwards. He fakes the shot. Goes to Davis to the baseline. His shot is up, no good. Offside rebound comes to Klein. He hands it off to Brown. 1:07 to play. Still a 10-point game. 125, 115 in this ball game tonight. Outside with the basketball. The Miami Heat will drop back on defense. As outside it goes to Brown. He'll push from 3. No good. Rebound Davis. Rice tips it to Douglas. Douglas on the run into the forecourt. He may drive right by Klein. He does. Rolls up the one-hander. Davis with a tip in. Knocks it in as he ran past the basket, and it's an 8-point game now. With the basketball on the outside, it goes Michael Smith coming over to Brown. Only 42 seconds to go as Douglas picks up a 3rd foul in the backcourt. The Heat had a foul to give. The ball out of bounds at midcourt to Boston. Now the Heat again with still 3 full timeouts, and now they're going to expend one of those. We will hold on to it right here again with an 8-point lead, and again the Heat using up a timeout. With 41.7 seconds left to play here in this ball game tonight at the Boston Garden. 2 on the Spurs.
With the Knickerbockers.
When he was with the Knicks, yes, in his real heydays before the knee injury. Okay, the ball out of bounds to Boston. Obviously the Heat putting on some full court pressure. Douglas against Brown. 24 on the shot clock as Brown will bring it ahead on Douglas. Douglas taking that foul in the backcourt. Both teams have 14 fouls now, and they're going to throw it away as Brown overthrows Klein. Chris Ford just agonizing with that bad pass, and it's out of bounds as the Heat down by 8 points with 30 seconds bring it ahead with Douglas. Looking for Rice. Rice beyond the 3-point line gets a screen. It's on its way for 3. It's in and out, no good. Oh, it lipped in and out, and Brankovic with the rebound. Off to Brown. Davis trying to fight over to get to Brown. Fouls Brankovic and draws a personal foul number 3. And Brankovic now will go to the line and will shoot some free throws on the other end of the floor for Boston. And that may not be that bad a foul. Brankovic shooting only 53%.
I'm not sure if Terry fouled him or simply woke him up.
So is Chris Ford looking on his first year as the head man talking to D. Brown. He still talking about that pass. He says, now, why would you come down and try to throw it to a 7-footer on the baseline and throw it 9.5 feet tall?
Well, they had a story in today's Boston Herald, the special relationship that Chris Ford and D. Brown have developed. Chris Ford says he's going to call D. Brown Rook for a long time to come. They've really developed a nice rapport, and that's not hard to understand. D. Brown, not only a quality player, a quality person.
Brankovic missing the first one, hits the second one. 126, 117. The Heat in the long road trip. Here's a long shot by Rice on a 3. Douglas will save it, throws it back in, and bounces it out to Edwards. Only 9 seconds to shoot. Edwards for 3, no good. Rebound comes off to Brown. Brown in the backcourt. He's going to be fouled. No, they let it go. 3 seconds to go to Klein. Klein will get it away, and the Boston Celtics will win it here tonight. But they don't get it real easy like, as it's 126 to 117. The final score. The Heat do lose by 9 points after again cutting a 24-point lead all the way down to 3 at one stage. And then late in the ball game got within 8 points again at 125.